Hey there, this is Teacher Podcast episode 253, Top 5 Mistakes You Make with the Present Perfect and How to Fix Them. Are you tired of lacking confidence when speaking English? Does it block you from achieving your true goals? This podcast is the place for you. This is Teacher Podcast. My name's Ola and I empower English learners to become confident speakers. The key to fluency is in your pocket. You'll boost your vocabulary, brush up your grammar, and improve your pronunciation. Enjoy your journey to fluency. Hello and welcome. Thank you for showing up. Present perfect tense. Wow, that's a big topic. You need to understand that the present perfect is absolutely essential for anyone who wants to speak English with fluency and with ease. Absolutely essential. What are you talking about, Ola? Isn't present simple essential? Isn't present continuous essential? Oh, sure they are. Tenses are generally a rather useful part of the English language, or any language really. Yet somehow many of us skip present perfect. So I'm here today to remind you, don't avoid present perfect. You need it. It's in that group of the most essential tenses to use on a daily basis. But using present perfect tense is not the topic of our today's class. Today we're going to look at the top 5 mistakes you make with present perfect. However, using present perfect in natural everyday conversations as well as in business conversations is of such an importance. I decided to organize a free live event. I called it Present Perfect Masterclass. Have you signed up yet? If not, go to teacherola.com/webinar. You'll also find the link in the description, in the show notes to this episode. I'm going to show you how to use the present perfect tense in real life conversations. I organize such webinars when I open enrollment to my Siol, Say It Out Loud program. Yes, next week on the 31st of July, you can enroll on the best course I've ever created. And even if you're not willing to join Siol in this edition, show up at the masterclass because you need this knowledge. You need present perfect to express yourself in English. I guarantee that. Now, let's get cracking. Let's see the list of top 5 mistakes you make with present perfect. Mistake number 1, not using it. Not using present perfect. I know why you keep avoiding present perfect. It's not about your confidence or knowledge. Polish speakers often stick to the past simple tense because it feels safer and it feels more familiar. There's nothing similar to present perfect in Polish. It seems that past simple or present simple tick the right boxes. I used to think the same way, but later I discovered how useful present perfect is and how I believe now the Polish language should have present perfect tense. It's so useful. It's used for experiences, changes over time, and things that happened at an unspecified time. We'll discuss all these details, when to use present perfect, during the Present Perfect Masterclass. I hope you have already signed up. But just for now, let me show you an example. I was in London. I have been to London. Both sentences translate into byłam w Londynie, yet they are so different, right? Don't make this mistake. Don't avoid present perfect. Choose to enjoy how it differs from past simple. It's a small change that makes your English sound more natural and fluent. Using the present perfect can really show your grasp of English. Listen to these 2 example sentences. I have never tried sushi before. She has visited that museum several times. Mistake number 2. Wrong pronunciation of irregular verbs. Look, pronunciation can be tricky, of course, especially though with all those irregular verbs. It's easy to trip over words like eaten, driven, or swam. I know you know the spelling, sing, sang, sung, drink, drank, drunk. I've been there. But saying them out loud is another story. It's important to practice these verbs regularly. Say it out loud. Practice saying them out loud. Ask ChatGPT to create a list of most common irregular verbs plus example sentences. Read them out loud. And if you're not sure how to pronounce the verbs, check it in any online dictionary or simply YouTube them. Regular practice will make these tricky verbs feel like second nature. I have recorded episodes with irregular verbs training, so I recommend them as well. These are episodes 180, 180 and 152. Now, listen to 2 sentences with irregular verbs. Of course. I've fallen and I can't get up. I've never written an article. Mistake number 3. Using present perfect with specific time reference. Imagine you're telling a friend about the movie you watched. You wouldn't say, I have watched the movie yesterday, because the present perfect tense doesn't play well with specific time expressions like yesterday or last year. It doesn't play with them at all, in fact. But this is a second level kind of mistake. The first level mistake we make is we don't use present perfect at all. And then we start to feel confident with its structure and with all these irregular verbs, and we begin to overuse it. Yesterday I have visited my granny. Wrong. Instead, you should say I visited my granny yesterday, or yesterday I visited my granny. Save the present perfect for times when you're talking about experiences or actions without specifying when they happened. For example, I've seen that movie. I've been to Paris. Mistake number 4. For and since. For and since might seem like small words, but they can cause big headaches. Here's a simple trick. Use for when you're talking about a duration of time, like for 2 years. Use since when you're talking about a specific point in time, like since 2018. So you'd say, I have lived here for 2 years because 2 years is a period of time, and I have lived here since 2018 because 2018 is a point on a timeline. Since Tuesday, since July, since I remember, since I was born. It's like the difference between how long and when. How long is expressed with for, whereas when is expressed by since. How long? For 2 years. 2 years is a period of time. For 2 years. When? Since July. July is a point in time. She has worked here for 5 months. He has known her since they were children. The last mistake for today, mistake number 5, been versus gone. This one can be a bit confusing. Think of been as the word you use when someone has visited a place and came back. For example, I have been to Paris. Means I went to Paris and now I'm back. On the other hand, gone is used when someone is still at that place. So if your friend is still at the store, you'd say, she's gone to the store. It's all about whether the person has returned or not. You might say, they have been to the new restaurant, indicating they've returned, of course, or he has gone to the bank, showing that he's still there. Once again, they have been to the new restaurant. He has gone to the bank. Time to practice. Listen and repeat the sentences out loud. I have never tried sushi before. I have never tried sushi before. She has visited that museum several times. She has visited that museum several times. I've fallen and I can't get up. I've fallen and I can't get up. I've never written an article. I've never written an article. I have seen that movie. I have seen that movie. I've been to Paris. I've been to Paris. She has worked here for 5 months. She has worked here for 5 months. He has known her since they were children. He has known her since they were children. They have been to the new restaurant. They have been to the new restaurant. He has gone to the bank. He has gone to the bank. Here you have it. Top 5 mistakes you make with the present perfect tense. I hope you drew some conclusions. I hope you'll focus on using present perfect tense with confidence now. By focusing on these common mistakes and understanding how to fix them, you'll be on your way to mastering the present perfect tense in no time. Keep practicing, and hey, don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process. Don't forget about the worksheet. Download it from teacherola.com/253 or check your inbox. If you've subscribed to my newsletter, you have the worksheet in your inbox. Also, see you next Wednesday at 8 p.m. at the webinar. I hope you booked your spot. It's a free event and you gotta be there. Present Perfect Masterclass. Trust me, there's zero chance of being a fluent speaker of English unless you use present perfect. Go to teacherola.com/webinar. It costs 0 money. I share my knowledge on webinars for free, so see you there. 31st of July, the 31st of July and the 1st of August. Okay, I'll be back next week with another episode. Don't forget to stay fearless and say it out loud and take care. I'm your teacher, Teacher Ola, and you are listening to Teacher Ola Podcast. Bye for now.